watch the clock for me. Okay.
Yeah, because we might go long.
No, yeah,
You
we
can't
got
get me to
16
shut up
minutes.
sometimes.
You know, because I cut this at later. So we're going to start again. It's live, so we can do that. Okay. I want to welcome to the show Clint Fuquay. And
Bradley back. It was
yes.
fun last time.
I got to ask you, what does CFPTS mean?
It's actually the name of my training company. I had to shorten it because it's very long. It's Clint Fuquay Professional Training Services. CFPTS is much easier to
I
rattle
begin to
off.
think, well, maybe that's some kind of educational designation.
No.
Okay, that's an acronym or something for
Yeah.
what you do. And so he's back today, and he's looking to be on the show very regularly, starting in the middle of next month. So he's going to be talking about his personal health care reform.
Right.
And I'm just going to let you tell us about it because we've got some interesting things here that we ended last time. Remember, Nadia? And we barely got past supplements.
I brought like 10 pounds of information for a 2-pound bag of show. I mean,
Yeah.
I came with way
Well,
too
that's
much.
good. That makes a good guess because you will be back and people did like you. So, I'm going to let you head on out and talk about it. And I think you're going to start with tell us about what you've been doing last week and what you're going to tell us today.
Let's see. The last week, I've actually been setting up. I've got a new blog page that I've been working on. So I don't know if we're gonna have the link up on for that or not for this show. But the new blog page, I'm gonna be basically the rest to start coming on here middle of July.
He's going to be, and he's going to let me do because I didn't know if he wanted me to, but he's going to be a co-host. Yes.
So you'll be seeing much more of me and a lot of guests.
Yes.
So I'll be bringing tons of guests with me on
We're
this.
going to have
on
some
this show.
food too, aren't we?
Possibly, yeah. We'll possibly have some food. I may have some chefs and some other people coming on so we can talk about how to cook
Tell
properly.
him to bring the food because it's lunchtime and I'll just sit over here.
Yeah, you got to eat
Yeah.
every 3 hours. Every 3. Keep the blood sugar steady. We'll get to the dietitian on that one. I'll let her cover that. Let's see here. So other than that, I'm going to be posting some blogs, some of my thoughts on the shows after the show's over, some other stuff. I've actually got a special blog that I posted on there last night. I handed out a sheet to everybody that was in here last week. Hopefully everybody enjoyed reading that. And I actually posted that on there. So it's just a special...
I read that, and
yeah.
it's really, that was a good...
Yeah.
You write well.
All right, thanks. Book coming soon.
Okay, and what's the name of that site, just if somebody wanted to look at it real quick?
My blog is actually, it's... where are we at here? It's the Personal Healthcare Reform-cbfit.blogspot.com.
Okay.
It's long, but,
But and we have that information in your connection through the fan page on the Facebook.
Oh, yeah. It's all there. I've got everything linked together, and I'll be having the guys from Corner 6 working with me on some stuff, too, because they're my networking group.
Well, they're good.
Yes, they're fantastic guys. I guess we're going to start off with where we left off last time, which is talking about exercises. We did squats last time. Hopefully nobody got injured when we did squats. Otherwise, people are going to be calling in and sending emails going, "You were wrong!" No, just basic squats. It's summertime, so exercises for the summer. The less you can do outside, the better, especially during the heat of the day, because, I mean, let's face it, it's Texas. We've had how many 100-degree days so far? At least 10.
Yeah.
And it's only June. It's June. That's it. We haven't even hit July yet, and so August is going to be nuts. But between just the heat, air quality, things like that, staying out of it during the middle of the day is going to be your best bet. If you're going to work out outside, do it early morning before the sun comes up or as it's coming up. Do it at night as it's going down. That way you're not out in the heat of the day. You don't have the direct sun exposure, which you do need to have a little bit of sun during the week, during the day, just to get some vitamin D production, but you don't need like 4 hours of it while you're out there killing yourself trying to run all day. So that's the main thing. Also, sunblocks. I am going to post a little thing on my Facebook page. I've done it many times. There's a website, ewg.org. Go in there, look at their list of sunscreens and sunblocks. They actually do a listing of the best and the worst on the market.
Well, there's a controversy. I always hear people saying, I've seen it have 80, but then I've heard that you can't really get more than like 30 or even 20.
Anything over 30 is
wasted.
It's basically BS.
I looked at the child thing because it's cheaper. and it was cheaper on sale. But I'm going, well, so what is the difference between the child thing and the adult thing? And does it make a difference? And one's like really for kids that are in the pool and if you're getting wet. So what do you think?
It's the amounts of what's in there. They actually on that website they do a fantastic job of breaking down the different chemicals that are used in them, what you want to put on your skin, what you don't want to put on your skin. More importantly, because if you put something in your skin, it goes through your skin, gets into your blood system. So you really don't want to have too many inorganic chemical compounds going under your skin and getting into your system. So that's the main thing there is looking at those items, and then looking at reapplication. You need to put it on 30 minutes before you go outside, so you actually get some benefit out of it. Otherwise, you put it on, you rinse it outside, you get zero benefit from the sunscreen.
'Cause it doesn't soak in.
Yeah, and then of course it starts washing off, which
and
happens.
Just from the sweat.
Yeah, just the sweat will start taking it off because your body's trying to get it off of you and it's trying to keep you cool at the same time. So that's the thing on exercise in the summer. Otherwise, swimming's fantastic because you're out in the sun but not completely directly exposed, other than the pool water taking the sunscreen off of you after a while. Otherwise, stay indoors. Yeah, get some air conditioning. If you're going to run on a treadmill for a little bit. Outdoor running is much better for you, but overall, sucking back all the... We're at what, an orange level of air today? I think I saw that on the way over here.
Ooh.
Yeah, orange
It
level
got
is
hot
pretty high.
this morning.
Yeah, and it's not just the heat, it's all the toxins that you're taking in. So if you're running and you're out there and you're breathing harder and harder, you're just taking more of those toxins that much deeper into your lungs.
So what are you saying that are, I told you, I said, you're not going to find me on the Katy Trail anyway, but certainly not when it starts getting warm, And so what do you suggest? And I remember you saying you love to work out in the heat, and I think there's probably a level you even get to.
I love to work out in the heat, but I do it indoors. I've got one of the places I work out at, and we've got one room that's no air conditioning, no heating. We do have a big fan that we put in the doorway.
And that does help.
And it's great because it does get hot. People that do power yoga, power yoga classes are normally done somewhere between 95 and 105 degrees in the room. So you get the sweat out and everything else, and it's fantastic for getting some toxins out. And I just like working out in the heat because I'm from West Texas, and it makes me a little bit nutty about that sort of thing. Somebody from up north, they're not going to like working out in the heat. I just like that. I hate working out in the cold.
Well, so
if it gets below 60, I don't want to work out.
So someone they can always go into the training. You have a gym that you work with. So is joining a gym the best kind of?
Joining a gym is fantastic. You can work out at home. There's a lot of options for working out at home. There's home gyms. There's home equipment. Because your air conditioning, I would recommend putting in a separate area. That way you're not connected to the rest of your house, because otherwise